Welcome to this week's edition of Line Stepping with Matt Thornton, where we don't have any fluff here. We keep it real. There's no cop echo chamber of anything normal. We just say it like it is. And this week, bear with me, America. After much begging and pleading and bribing,
yeah,
I have with us this week my better half, my queen, my Tenille Renee. Say hi.
Hi.
How much talk did it take to get you on the show?
Quite a bit. I still don't know what we're going to talk about, but here we are.
I didn't tell her that on purpose. I just said, get to the show, please, please, please.
So this should be fun. It's an adventure.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to do something a little bit different because we've had different guests on with different perspectives on law enforcement, but I thought, like, man, why don't I bring the anchor that holds me together, that holds me down, and pick your brain, see what you think about the stuff that I say, the stuff that the job that I'm in our day-to-day life together, and bring people into the loop on that. I thought it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, but before we can do any of that, you know what we got to talk about.
We got to back it up. We got to back it up. We need to.
I think the people need to hear the story.
What do the people need to hear? The story of what? Enlighten me.
The story of how you chased me down.
Boy. So wait, this is my camera here?
Yeah, that's your camera there.
Well, first let's hear your perspective. I would love to hear your perspective.
And if I blush a lot on this show, please forgive me.
No forgiveness here. Let's see. Who should tell their side of it first? Me or you?
So how do we meet, babe?
Okay. I'll tell my side first.
Okay, go.
Because I would love for the people of America to hear my perspective and how I saw everything go down, and then you can share your side of it. So we met on dating app, Facebook, of all of them.
The free one.
Yeah, the free one. You and I both spent how much money
I know.
on the paid ones, and we ended up meeting on the Facebook dating app. And now to this day, when I tell people the story, they're like, Facebook has a dating app? Like,
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Nobody knows. So I'm not sure why it doesn't show up for some people. Maybe your status has to be single. I'm not sure. But yeah, so out of all of the money spent, you and I met on the Facebook dating app, and I happened to be scrolling one day and come across this guy. The beauty of the Facebook dating app was I got to see that you were real. Whereas, if anybody out there has been on dating apps, what a painful process that is. And you don't know if you're speaking to somebody real. You don't know, if that's even their picture. You don't know any of that. But with the Facebook dating app, you can see that somebody's real. You can see that they have friends. You can see, posts. You can see that they're a legit person. And so I was swiping and happened to see you. And
I better have been the only one you swiped on. Huh? You can lie.
The only one.
Thank you.
The only one. Maybe the only one that day. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I swiped right on you and looked at your Facebook page, and I was like, who is this guy? I was like, who is this guy? He's got like thousands of friends and like 600 people that follow you. I'm like, why would anybody want to follow this guy? And so then I was, looking at your profile and was intrigued by, your nonprofit and all of that. I work in the nonprofit world, and I was like, oh, he seems really interesting. And of course I thought you were cute. So I swiped right and I sent you a message. We don't remember what the original messages said. We wish we could recover those, but we can't. But I remember sending you a very nice, very probably witty, thoughtful message. I'm sure it was funny, honestly.
It was witty. Yeah. It was nice.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderfully stated, wonderfully typed.
What was it? Yeah, exactly. You don't remember. You don't remember. But it must not have been that amazing because you left me on red, didn't get a response. I could see that he saw the message.
Man, they always snitch on you on that stuff. I don't know.
The red receipts?
Yeah, the red receipt stuff. You don't want to talk me about that.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you knew that I read that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that you read it.
Man.
Didn't get a response that day. didn't get a response the next day. I think the second day after that, I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to message him again. So I messaged you again, and I just, honestly, I was like, if you ever just want to be friends, like, because there was just something about you that I found really interesting, and I sent you another message, and I think I might have mentioned my TikTok in it or something. I don't remember how I snuck that in there, but I wasn't dumb. Like, I did that on purpose. I knew that if I mentioned that you might go to my page and just like see who I am before just writing me off. So that's what I did. And then you finally responded after me having to message you twice to get a response.
Am I ever going to live this down?
No.
Like everybody,
You
now
brought
the
it
whole
up.
world knows.
You just brought it up.
You've been bringing it up. I knew it was going to come up. You've been bringing that up for years.
Well, you're never going to live that down because you almost ruined this whole operation. You almost ruined it by not responding.
I didn't think you liked me. I had to lie about my height.
No, you lied. You put in your profile. I remember this. So fast forward a little bit. We're going to back it up to your side of it. But when we did start messaging, you're like, this part I do remember because you said, how tall are you? And I said, I'm 5'7". And you go, well, we'll be looking eye to eye.
That's true.
People, this is my
you
camera.
You can look eye to eye like this.
We were not looking eye to eye at all. But
my eyes looking up at yours.
Yeah, exactly. But you had won me over with your personality. So I didn't even notice that.
I remember that. So listen.
Yeah, tell your side of it.
Listen, I'm never going to live this down, but people don't believe me. I was just released from the hospital. I had diverticulitis. I seen your message.
This has got to be breaking some sort of HIPAA rule. Like, I don't think the people need to know exactly why you were in the hospital.
I had old man syndrome. Leave me alone. So I get out. I see this message from this beautiful blonde. And mind you, I've never been with a Caucasian female. Never. So I didn't think that you would like me. So,
I messaged you though.
I know.
How could you not think that I would like you when I literally messaged you?
I know, but I wasn't really thinking in my right mind. I was like, okay, she's really nice. This is an awesome message. So I went back to sleep, and I've seen that you sent that second one, and then I read that one, and then you mentioned your TikTok. So
my master plan worked.
That worked. She sends me her TikTok, people. And I go, and the very first video I pop on is it brings you to life. Like, your pictures are gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but they don't bring you to life. I go on your TikTok, and you smile into that camera, and you did this little dance, and it was life-changing. Like, I still have that video in my phone.
Yeah, and you remember what that video was?
Yeah.
What did it say?
It was a tragic event that you had just witnessed. But you were trying to fight through it and deal with it through dancing, and that little smile and that you put on that like my world turned blonde that very second.
I think you said you sat up.
Yeah, I was.
And you were in so much pain.
I was
sat
in bed,
up in bed,
and I had that diverticulitis, which is very painful. Oh my gosh! But I saw that TikTok, and I literally sat up in my bed for the first time in days, and I'm just looking like, oh my gosh. I got to get with this woman. So that was when everything changed.
And my master plan worked.
So we set up a date. I wanted to meet you right away because I was very excited. And we set up that first date. And the second that you came down to my car and you sat next to me.
Which you didn't open the door for me.
Oh, my gosh. You got to tell them everything.
You didn't open the door. So I came out of my condo and I came up to the car door. And you didn't open the door for me. Did you or did you not open the door for me?
I did not know.
I'm listening.
I didn't know that you were going to do a Usain Bolt right to the door. This woman wind sprints out of her apartment straight to the door. I can't even get out of my car.
I had sandals on. I don't think I could wind sprint with sandals on.
She's pretty fast. I didn't get a chance to even open the door for her. But she forgave me quickly. Yeah. And then she smiled, and I looked at her. I was like, this is not a catfish. She's twice as gorgeous as that video I seen, and I just knew at that moment I had to this was gonna be my wife. Literally, people say that a lot, love at first sight, but this was I knew you were gonna be the woman I was gonna be with. Period.
And that was the cleanest your car's ever been.
Yes, it was. I haven't cleaned it since, ladies and gentlemen.
That's funny.
So
yeah, and you brought me. So typically, on a date, someone will bring flowers or whatever, but you brought me $100 in movie gift cards, and you said, take your babies to the movies. And it was just, it was very sweet and really thoughtful, actually, and different. And I was impressed by that.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Yeah, that was, that's going on 4.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we've been inseparable since.
Yeah.
What did you think? I know this show
about you.
Well, about the idea at first. What were your ideas? Because you find out that I'm a cop, and what was your, before you even knew me, what was your preconceived notion that I might be like?
Well, there's two different questions there. Preconceived notion of a police officer or preconceived notion of you. So when I first saw your pictures, you didn't strike me as a police officer, which, duh, you have tattoos from head to toe, and you were dressed basically like this, and your pictures on your Facebook page where you presumably you were doing a halftime, like that was your picture, which isn't something that you see. And halftime, for folks that don't know, is Matt's nonprofit. He talks to the boys about, Jesus and the gospel and things like that, and that's what he calls halftime. So I could tell in the picture, knowing you now, and what I know, that was a halftime, and it just wasn't. It didn't scream police officer to me at all. So it was kind of hard to believe that you actually were a police officer, because it wasn't what I thought. You didn't look like you're a typical cop.
What did you think cops were like?
A little more conservative. Not tattoos. I actually didn't even know that tattoos were allowed, so I didn't know that was a thing to be able to have that many tattoos. So I guess I just assume that, that most cops don't have them, or as many visible tattoos. Because obviously I know police officers that have them. I just didn't know that you could show them. So I don't know that was obviously, looking at you, that's the first thing that jumps out to anybody that meets you, is they see your tattoos, first. So yeah.
Do you believe in, what do we call it? Like having a prophetic vision? Because you tell me a lot that you always thought that you would end up. Tell us about
I did. It's weird. When I was growing up, so obviously my path, just like, most people's or a lot of people's, your path in life, your relationships, your story doesn't always go the way that you think it's going to go when you grow up, especially as a girl. You find yourself thinking about your wedding day or who you're going to marry, or, you do silly little things as a girl where you write your first name with somebody else's last name in a notebook, and to see what that looks like. And girls just do, silly daydreaming kind of things about their future. And for a long time throughout my life, I thought either that I was going to marry a police officer, or what would it be like to marry a police officer? It's been a thought in my mind lots of times. And I'm like, I don't see myself marrying a police officer. I didn't think that our views would entirely align, and I'm not even just talking politically or things like that, but just, I didn't know I would have as much in common with, somebody in law enforcement as I do with you. And I just was like, well, that's never going to happen. And then there's other weird things where, when I was younger, because my first name obviously begins with the letter T, and I'm like, oh, if I marry somebody someday with the last name with a T, I can sign my name like this. And I used to do that when I was younger. Obviously, it didn't work out for me until I met you, and I was like, oh, I get to do all these things that, like, I thought about. And there's been other things too. And then when I really sit and think about it, I'm like, this feels like a part of a bigger plan that was meant to be. So it's just cool. It's just cool to think about stuff like that,
I remember you telling me that, and that was actually, I don't believe anything happens by coincidence.
Right.
I think God is sovereign, and things come together. It was part of His plan the whole time.
Yeah.
We both came. Oh my gosh, we came with a lot of baggage, both of us.
Mm-hmm.
But I still got to pinch myself when I realize how much we click.
Yeah.
And
Don't say baggage. I don't like the word baggage. We come
I got baggage.
No, you don't. You got beautiful children. I got beautiful children. Our path made us who we are. We come with history and an experience and a journey, but I wouldn't say baggage. Because if you didn't go through everything you went through, and same for me up until the day that we met, I don't even know that we would have the relationship that we do right now if it wasn't for everything that we went through, you know? So baggage is such a negative connotation.
I look at it different. I love my baggage.
What do you mean?
I do.
What are you even talking about?
Like my pet, I just call it that, but I think I don't look at it as negative.
I know, but when you say baggage, it's almost like something heavy that you have to carry. You know, something, it just feels negative.
We got them
I
rollers
guess.
now.
Bro.
No? Okay, I won't say baggage no more.
No, you can say whatever you want. I'm just saying that, like, to me, it feels negative, and you reach a point where you appreciate a lot that you've been through, and
Man,
hindsight's 20/20.
Being that we do have some past, we know a lot of things on what not to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
But
think
we're still learning.
But I think that has helped us,
Yeah.
in our relationship.
Yeah.
The experience, because we're not spring chickens anymore. We know what we wanted, and I think that's why we click so fast.
Yeah, and we both really want this to work. So, we got to put in the work to make it work, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it does work, and it's never easy.
Mm-mm.
I'm never gonna paint a fake picture.
Nope.
So, what were some of the hardest things to get used to? I can tell you one of the hard things.
Just being with Matt Thornton in general, or are we talking about policing still? Because I could go on for days.
Let's keep it policing right now.
Okay. Well, that's not as fun.
You know one thing. One thing that I'm forever trying to adjust with you is the fact that what you think in your mind, because your world, you've lived in a certain world for a long time. I've lived in a certain world for a long time. I've been in this job for over 20 years. What you may think is a big deal to you doesn't always resonate with me.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. And it's been tough. I've been looking into a lot of that because.
Wait, explain more about that. What you're talking about?
Well, let's see, when you see a major event, the average human being, let's say you can look up statistics, and I'm not going to spit them exactly, but I'm going to do a roundabout what I've researched. When you have a major event in your life, you see something horrible. The average person from the public maybe will have 5 to 10 in their whole life. And when you see something horrible, you have a cortisol dump. You can have trauma from what you see. You don't forget about it. It stays with you, right? You had one when we met. But for an officer, that's our job, is to see those things. So we have, to the average cop in a busy city like ours, several hundred of those events that stick with us.
Yeah. You mentioned, a couple times now already in the conversation, we mentioned that traumatic event, when we met in the video. Just for context, for anyone watching, what happened was, if anybody lives in the Kenosha racing area, what year was that?
2021.
2021, there was a shooting at a Pilot gas station out on the interstate in Franksville, and my daughter and 2 of her friends were stopping there for gas one morning to just to gas up before we got on the highway, because I was taking them to a volleyball camp in Milwaukee, and we pulled into the gas station. And I was driving in facing the end pump. And as I was driving in, and one of my daughter's friend was kind of leaning in between the back seat. So like her head was right here, and we're pulling into the gas station. And I watched, there was a young man, early 20s, was pumping gas. And I just happened to see a gentleman come from around the pump, just walked up to him, very matter of fact, did not hesitate, lifted the gun to his head and pulled the trigger, and the young man just instantly dropped, and it was clear that he had passed because you could see him underneath the car. And Can you tell I'm trying to say this story without
Yeah.
hold it
tough,
together?
man.
So at first, speaking to what you were talking about as someone who doesn't see that, who has never seen anything like that, my first response was that even real? Did that just really happen? And then I happened to see there was a car to my left, and I watched them peel out to their left, and that's when I knew that that's real. What I saw just really happened. And then my second thought was, I have to get out of here. I have to protect these kids that I'm in charge of. I have 3 babies in my car, not babies, but children, and 2 of them are not mine, and I need to get out of here. So I peeled out then to my left, and I, shaking and adrenaline, rushed hands, dialed 911 and called them and told them what had happened, and they were asking me if he was still shooting, and I said, I don't know. I know for sure there's 1 person dead. He could still be there. He could still be shooting. I don't know, but somebody has died, and I'm like trying to get out of there. And yeah, that was the video that you saw of me on TikTok was 2 weeks later, because at that time, back when TikTok was a little bit more, I don't know, about fun and dancing, dances went viral and things like that. Like, it was different, and I enjoyed it. Every day I would learn a new dance and challenge myself to put it on TikTok, and I had fun with it. But when that happened, like a movie, it just kept replaying over and over and over in my head. And it wasn't till 2 weeks later is when I felt like, okay, I'm going to try to dance again. And that was the video that I posted. And
Isn't that
it was,
crazy?
yeah. And that was the video that you saw.
When I read that, I knew exactly what that event was. Because I remember distinctly, it wasn't far from here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew that God put me in a place where I was going to be able to help you through that. It was no coincidence to me either. I told myself, like, man, that had to have been horrible.
Mm-hmm.
She's not built for this. This
for
is not
me or the girls in the car. I mean, they were only 12, 13 years old. And the one girl that saw it, my daughter and another girl were in the way back, and they heard it. So they knew something had happened, but they didn't see it. But one of the girls did. And, the 4 of us to this day are bonded by that trauma when we see each other at volleyball games and whatnot. And it's something the 4 of us unfortunately share, and we'll never forget.
Yeah. I remember helping you through that, like, when we first got together.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. And
do you remember when we first went back to that
yeah,
gas station?
Yeah, we drove back.
I could not. Well, for a while, I didn't even want to go to any gas stations. Like, even just going to.
Still to this day, I pump her gas for her. I don't like you going to gas stations.
And still to this day, every single time I go to a gas station, even just to go in and get gum, I think about it every day. Every time I drive by a gas station, I think about it. But it took me a long time to go to a gas station. And then there was something about that particular pump when I would drive by the interstate and I could see it. I almost felt like that particular gas pump where it happened had some sort of power over me. And I hated that. I didn't like that feeling. So we went there, and I had to pump gas there. Like, I had to take my power back. And that was very therapeutic for me, was to have the courage to go back to there where I saw. I mean, that kid didn't deserve it. You know what I mean? And you see, like, all law enforcement, you guys see things like that all the time. So to somebody who's not in that world, it's hard to function after that just as a regular person. And then the idea of doing that for your job and having to go back to work and turn off those emotions and think clearly and not have that affect your next day at work or your next move or your next moment where you have to make a decision is like, I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
It's tough. I talk about this quite a bit. The mental health side of it, of being in law enforcement, it's no joke. I'm not going to go off the safety part of it. That doesn't really mean much to me. because I think that's overblown. The physical safety part of it. Being a police officer is not even like on the top 20 list of most dangerous jobs, but it is.
Wait, say that again.
Being a police officer
What?
is not even on the top 20 list of being the most dangerous jobs. That's a fact.
Really?
Really, that is a fact. But
Get out of here.
yes, but at the top of that list of having mental struggles with mental health, it's right up there.
Well, yeah, no wonder.
So a police officer, we lose more police officers to suicide, twice as many as we do to violence on the street. So that makes we're like our own worst enemy when it comes to our mental health, and that's what I'm a big advocate of, that side of it, because you have PTSD. They call it PTSI. What you have, post traumatic stress injury. That's what you had.
And I've never heard that term before.
It's not syndrome, it's an injury. It's a relatively new term, but that's what we go through every time we see something like that. It's an injury. And if you don't handle it right and you don't vent it, you don't go get help, it comes out. It's going to come out somewhere. It's like a water balloon that's just filling up with water. You got to vent it somewhere, and before it becomes catastrophic and blows up everywhere. So that's why I'm huge on mental health and keeping. And you helped me a lot with that. How many times I came home from a shift, sad and crying, and you've been there for me?
Not at first. At first, I think you tried to be tough guy, or you know what I mean? Like, and then I think as you trusted me more, then you opened up more. And I don't think I really gave you a choice at some point, because I could tell stuff was, and I'm like, just talk to me about it. And you finally opened up.
Like mind readers, man.
We are.
Women's intuition.
I know you better than you know yourself, honestly. And sometimes I have to save you from yourself. Let's be real.
Sometimes.
Weekly.
How many times this woman made me take a post down? Huh?
Yeah. I'm like, no. Take that down right now. And physically, you almost electrocute yourself, like in the house trying to fix stuff. And I'm like, put it down. Stop. No, don't even. Don't even.
Listen, America, when you have an electrical problem, all you need to fix that problem is your cell phone light and a screwdriver. Believe me, you're going to be okay.
Hot wires.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Just a couple tweaks here and there. I had
thank
that.
God I walked in when I did.
I totally
really
had that job.
Yeah, maybe, but you wouldn't have been alive to see it. Yeah, so we've had plenty of moments like that. I've had to save you from yourself.
Speaking of saving and fear, do you ever fear when I go to work?
When we first started dating, yes. So you were on patrol for what, 6 months, you said?
Yeah, I was a detective when we met, and then I got
when we
kicked
first
back
met,
to
you
the
were
road.
a detective, and then you went back to the road before you became an SRO. Yes, when you were on the road, I worried quite a bit. But then when you when you were a detective, I didn't worry about your safety as much. It was your mental health that was really struggling when you were a detective. The being on call, having to go in the middle of the night for homicide, or, I working with the families, the victims. You have such a big heart that you genuinely care. I don't even want to say cared. You care about anybody that you interact with anyway. And then if it's somebody who has experienced a loss or needs answers about a loved one, you really take it to heart, and you care about these people, even if you don't know them, and you really feel the weight of that. And then I could see that you feel the weight of that. And so your mental health really struggled as a detective. That's how it appeared to me anyways. And then when you went to patrol, the physical side of it.
I was just cranky. I didn't want to be back on the road.
Yeah, you were not happy about it. You pouted like every day. You were just miserable. You pouted.
I did not like wearing that uniform.
Yeah, you didn't like wearing the uniform, and every day I heard about it. But part of interacting with the public and the community that you love and the city that you love, you enjoyed that part of patrol.
Of course.
Yeah. So
I just hated wearing a uniform.
yeah, you just complain about the uniform all the time. But I did worry about your safety during that time. So yeah, for sure. And then when you became an SRO, I was like, okay, I don't need to worry as much being in the school. But then, you know, we have school shootings that happen every day. And so that's a real possibility at any time. And I remember before you took that position and we talked about it, and you said to me, I need you to understand that if somebody comes into, I'm going to cry.
No crying.
I'm trying not to. I really am trying not to. I'm emotional. I can't help it.
Probably got some newspaper we can set underneath.
Newspaper? What am I, a puppy? Bro, how about a Kleenex? See, this is my life with Matt Thornton. With ladies, if you cry, you get newspaper. What are you talking about? Anyways, okay, now I don't feel like crying anymore. So that worked.
That worked. I'm a genius.
Yeah. Anyways, you said, before I start this position, I need you to understand that if somebody comes into my school shooting, I am going directly towards it. I will stop the shooter, and I would lose my life for these kids without even thinking twice. Do you remember when you told me that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was the moment where it was real, you know, because school shootings are so common right now, and it is scary. And then I was like, okay, maybe I do need to worry. Even though he's in the school, maybe I do need to worry a little bit. But on the flip side of that, I couldn't be more proud of you saying something like that, being a parent, being a mom, caring about these kids in these schools. They really couldn't have anybody better there. And that makes me proud. That makes me proud that I know, and I'm sure everybody in the school knows, the kids know, that if something went down in your school right now, that you would do everything in your power to protect them.
Yeah.
You wouldn't run from it. You wouldn't, you would handle it.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah. So while I worried for you, it gave me peace of mind for those kids and that faculty and the staff there. You know, they're lucky to have you.
Speaking of kids, tell them about it. Tell them about
that. I like your segues.
Yeah,
did you plan all these out?
No, you just mentioned kids. I'm like, wait.
Speaking of newspaper, and then you go on to like, what?
This is a freestyle show, girl. Okay. We just go with it.
All right, I'm here. What? Speaking of what?
Speaking of kids.
Oh gosh, what?
How many we got at home? I lost count.
Together we have 7.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
You
have 2 older,
and
then you have 2 under our roof, and I have 3 under our roof. So under our roof, still in our care, minors that we must be responsible for. There are no 5 way out of girls. 5 girls from 17 down to 6.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you get, frankly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you get. You have, talk about history. You have a history. We don't need to talk about all that, but this is what you get, having 5.
God will punish you by giving you all these daughters. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I got
and a wife.
Yeah, so we got. Do the kids ever say anything about my job or anything like that? They like when I interact with them, I might as well be a butcher or something.
Yeah, they don't. I don't want to say they don't care, but it doesn't. I don't think they think about it.
Yeah, I think that's even
like you're in the kitchen wearing a bulletproof vest going to work, and it's normal to them. You know.
Yeah, they never say anything about. I know my girls they're used to seeing it.
Yeah, well, you know, you and their mom. I mean, being around police is all they know. You know. So
I remember a couple like they were your kids when I first started coming around were like look at the gun. Yeah. They were like in awe of that.
Yeah.
But I think that they got over that quick.
Now you're just
I'm just the one that they bully me in uniform when I come.
Yeah.
I'm just the pushover at the house. I'm the whipping boy. Yeah,
because you can't say no to any of them, and I've got to be the bad guy. Tell the world what they ate for breakfast yesterday? Tell the world.
Listen, Linda.
Go ahead, tell them.
There was some delicious looking cake sitting on it, and I don't differentiate it. It's sugar is sugar, ain't it? Huh?
Yes. Okay.
Like they're gonna eat sugar cereal, right?
Kind of, but we also have to teach them that breakfast is breakfast.
Yeah, but it's a cake.
Listen, folks, I come in the kitchen yesterday getting ready for work, and he's giving them chocolate cake. And I say, really? That's what we're doing at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're eating chocolate cake. And what did you say?
I don't remember.
I do. You said, well, that's what they wanted. And I said, okay, we're letting a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old make decisions now.
We keep it real here. That's what they wanted.
Yeah, real sugary.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, you are a pushover.
I talked about that one to my therapist yesterday. She scolded me just like you did.
See? We're yeah.
She's coming out here, by the way. I'm bringing Cynthia on.
Yeah, she'll be a great.
All right, she's the one who keeps me sane, or tries to keep me sane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So speaking of mental health, you go to therapy. I go to therapy. We go to couples therapy together. Yeah, because we're determined to get it right this time.
Yeah, how many times,
that's what you got to do.
How many times I got my butt whipped in our couples therapy?
Yeah, she don't play with you,
man. Why? How come it's always me with the problem? I feel like this whole thing is just working on me.
I'm working on my personal growth too. No. It's not just you.
We don't ever hear about it. This whole marriage is working on my issues.
No, you said it. I did it.
We're gonna edit this thing really, really good.
No, yeah,
put Rob to work editing
keeping it
this,
real, right? Keeping it real. No, I mean all of that is good, and not even just our couples therapy, but going to therapy individually, and you know, it's so important because just because you're 50, I'm almost 50, and it doesn't mean we got it right yet.
We do. I really do think that it was a good idea that we started that, because we have two strong. If you can't tell, we have two very, very strong personalities. And when it's good, but we struggle just like anybody else. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's staying on top of your mental health you can tell when I was missing Cynthia, remember? Yeah. You were like, man, get back to her.
Well, that was my stipulation when you proposed and when we got married. I said, I'll only marry you if you continue to work on your mental health. Not just because of you as a person, but with your job and everything and all the things that you've already talked about and the things that you deal with at work on a daily basis. Like, I need to make sure that you're good so our family is good. Mm-hmm. So we talked about that at length.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm a huge advocate of it. There's no shame in it. That's like my favorite hour of the week is to go and talk to my therapist. All right.
Segue. What's the next thing?
What are we talking about next?
Chocolate cake now? We're going to talk about chocolate cake? That's your segue?
I had something. You just took it from me. Hold on.
I'll wait patiently.
All right. We'll edit this part out.
No.
I want to thank you publicly because there's been so many days that I do come home. And there's certain days of the year that really get to me. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows, and I've told the story about my adopted son, Tyree, who, by the way, you've never pulled on my heartstrings more than the very first time I told you about him. And you were crying hard, probably harder than I was, talking about him. If anybody doesn't know, my adopted son lost his life in 2019. Worst thing that's ever happened to me. And you've always been really, really supportive and loving and patient with that tragedy that I deal with all the time, but all the other ones. And I just really do want to thank you for, and I don't know why you love me the way that you do, and you take care of me the way that you do.
Don't thank me. That's what you do when you care about somebody. And when you told me, the whole story and what happened, like, I could feel your pain. You know what I mean? I could feel it. And that's why I got emotional, because I could see how much you loved him and how much you were still hurting. And
that's pretty fresh.
Yeah, it was. When we first met, it was.
Yeah. And I gave you there's only 5 of these that are in the world. You got one of them.
When you proposed to me.
Yeah.
Which next week is the anniversary.
Yes, it's our anniversary.
I thought it was today.
Yeah.
I texted you this morning.
Get your dates right, girl. Huh? I'm
I
all
texted you
emotional.
this morning and I said, it's the anniversary of our engagement. And then I was like, oh, no, wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
just my
all-
calendar reminder.
Yeah, I'm all emotional. I'm writing her a poem. I'm ordering flowers.
You were not. But now that you said that, I will expect them next
No,
week.
it's too late. You got the dates wrong. Can't help you.
I was like, oh, my bad. It's not today.
So I always wanted to ask you this, and being that I'm not just a cop. The cop is not my identity. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I do, but I talk about that stuff publicly,
Mm-hmm.
and not always in a nice way. I ruffle a lot of feathers with the things that I say, because I believe that speaking the truth is going to hurt some feelings, and I don't believe in. That's why I call it line stepping. I don't believe in fluff. I don't believe in just the status quo of, oh, we're the good guys in blue, and I'll call out some cop BS in a heartbeat. But at the same time, I get threatened a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I get trolled a lot. I get a lot of people that detest me.
Mm-hmm.
Does that ever worry you?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. There's a fine line, you know. I'm very proud of you for speaking up for what you believe in and trying to make change in an area that you feel like can improve. And so I'm very proud of that. But at the same time, yeah, it can be a little scary to know that, you know, you in that process you gain some enemies. But the way that I see it in this world, if somebody ain't mad at you, like you're almost doing something right if you ruffle some feathers, because sometimes people are way too comfortable in ways that are not good, and change doesn't happen unless people like you speak up and try to do what they can. And you know, it just kind of comes with the territory, and I have to trust in God, and I have to have faith that everything's going to be okay. But yeah, I do worry. I worry about you. And I ask those questions a lot too. And you're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, you don't, I know that you don't want me to know or to worry, but you know, it's definitely one of the challenging parts about being, I don't want to say being with you, 'cause that sounds bad, but like what you do. Yeah. It worries me because I care about you, and I don't want anybody to not. I don't even want anybody to not like you, let alone hate you.
I don't either. I don't like being not liked.
Yeah,
I want to be loved.
yeah.
But yeah, I know that concerns you. So I'm always like walking this tightrope of how far do I actually go with some of the stuff that I say.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm that first and foremost, my first love in this world is Lord Jesus, and I believe that this is a spiritual battle just as much as is a practical battle.
Yeah.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, as right in our scripture. So I believe we're very protected. I've always felt that. I had this weird feeling, constant weird feeling that I don't know. God just puts my mind at ease. When I'm in danger, it's that same feeling when I walk into MFB. And I know that this is a rowdy crowd and this is going to be a rough night. And I get this peace about me. And it's a peace. And it's in the book of Philippians, says it talks about a peace beyond understanding. And that's the exact peace that I get. But when I talk about, and I do happen to come across some comments or some people saying some terrible things about me or possibly threatening me, I get that same peace.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I don't know if I ever told you that out loud, but it's I don't really worry about it. It's a peace that I really can't explain. And that's how I know that's a God thing. And we're protected, babe. I promise you. By something way stronger than me, and way stronger than any physical weapon.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yeah. Believe it. You better believe it. Oh, so is there anything you wish you could change about my lifestyle, our lifestyle? Because I'm retiring soon.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about that?
Like after retirement?
Yeah.
Well, first, I'm kind of sad for you. I'm kind of sad for you.
Why?
because I know you enjoy being an SRO. I know you enjoy the kids. I know you enjoy the relationships that you've made and trying to help mentor a lot of these kids. You've gotten to know their families. You genuinely care about them. And I think you're going to miss it more than you realize. I think you are just thinking about, oh, I'm retiring from being an officer, but I think you're going to be surprised at how much you actually miss being able to help your community. I don't think that part has hit you yet. And I think when you're actually out of the game, I think you're going to miss that more than you realize. So part of me is sad for you because I can almost see it, even because, again, I know you better than you know yourself. And I think you're going to miss that part of your job more than anything. But then beyond that, I'm excited for you because we don't know what the next chapter is going to look like. And I think there's a plan for you. It hasn't quite unfolded yet. So I'm excited that you are going to not have some of the restraints that you have on you now, with things you want to do and things you might want to say. You know, that's just the reality of it. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for you to just have that freedom to go and be and do what you want. So
I'm excited.
It's exciting.
Yeah. I think I would do this job forever if I didn't have to wear that heavy uniform.
Yeah.
This is beating my body up.
Yeah.
And this is a young man's game as far as being out on the road. Mm-hmm. It ain't built for 50-year-olds. That's for sure, because I feel it every day wearing 30 pounds of gear.
Well, maybe if you didn't squat so heavy and you stopped doing that, maybe your joints would not be so bad.
No,
Officer Thornton.
Let's not go too far. Let's not go too far.
Don't act like we didn't just have this conversation yesterday about how heavy you squat.
How many times I've been scolded.
Yeah.
Well, that's my ego. I got to get rid of that. That's the only thing I'm egotistical about, ladies and gentlemen. That and I brag about my wife. She's pretty hot.
Ew. Make it awkward.
No way. So, and you let me lose what I was going to say. Oh, how do you feel about that TV pilot that we did?
I don't know. I don't know what to think. It's weird to see you like filming something like that. You did good though. I was actually surprised.
I did
even the
good?
kids. Yeah, the girls, I showed them and they were like, "He did pretty good." Like
you didn't tell me you showed the kids when you showed
just
the kids?
on my phone what you showed me, the snippet or whatever, and they were kind of impressed that it was legit. So yeah,
I didn't know how you felt about that.
Why?
Because it was like an opportunity that I didn't really get your side on. It was just so big
to go and film it.
Yeah,
or to
I didn't really get I don't feel that I gave you enough say in it. I kind of just like, oh, they want me to go and film a TV pilot. I'm going.
I feel like we should explain what you're talking about a little bit more.
So I'm part of this network called DTV.
Which stands for Donut
Yeah,
TV.
Donut TV. And if you go to watch, it's at Watch DTV. It's on YouTube and the website. But it's a network where we work for some legit producers, and they want to make our own TV series. And we went and we filmed.
Are you allowed to talk about this yet? I thought it was kind of
No, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we can talk about it.
Okay, go on.
So we filmed a couple things it was really fun. Oh my gosh, I got to get some experience around the actual TV set, which is no joke. Oh my gosh, I felt like who's a cool actress? I said actress. Yeah, I blew that line. See, I'm already blowing lines here talking about it.
Actress. Julia Roberts.
Yeah,
go.
no, I'm not Julia Roberts. Edit that out, Rob. How about De Niro? Huh? There we go.
Sure.
I felt like it was really, really cool being on a.
You texted me that first day. You're like, this is for real. Like,
yeah,
I'm a little nervous.
I was terrified. I'm like, girl.
You're like, there's cameras everywhere. People are running places.
I was like, babe, say something cool to me because I need to calm down.
Yeah.
And you calmed me right down. But that was a lot of fun.
I was at the volleyball tournament, and I had to go out in the hallway and tell you that everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, that FaceTime.
You're going to do
right?
great.
I was in that room waiting to go on, and I was shaking. That was no joke.
You have to have more confidence in yourself. You are so confident, like out in the public when you get in front of, a crowd of people and you talk and you tell your story. And then there are times where I think you need to tap into that more. Yeah.
I do. I get butterflies when it's something different. I guess I'm used to telling my story in front of people. I'm used to sitting and talking in front of a camera, but this was something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I didn't want to suck. I didn't want to blow it. So this is like
Don't
a huge
embarrass the
opportunity.
family.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
That's
suck.
what you said. That's what you said. Don't embarrass the family. That's one of her last wise words, America. Don't embarrass my family.
Yeah, before we started this, I was like, don't suck. Don't make it awkward.
But yeah, hopefully that works, and we'll see, because it turned out really, really well. Did I show you the finished product yet? I don't even know if I'm allowed to yet.
You showed me like a snippet, but I don't know if it's the finished product.
So it turned out pretty freaking cool.
Yeah,
So,
you getting back to whether or not you asked for my permission, you kind of didn't. But I recognize, I'm like, okay, I'll see you in 4 days.
oh yeah, by the way, I'm flying out to Scottsdale.
Yeah, which is crazy. But I recognize when there's a big opportunity, and with your retirement on the horizon, I know that you have to take advantage of everything at this point, because we don't know what could lead to the next thing. And I would never hold you back. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader, no matter what it is. Well, I shouldn't say that, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
but this was a great opportunity, and I recognize that. And of course I gotta pat you on the back and send you on your way and say, see you later.
Mhm.
Have fun.
Well, my dream in life is, obviously, I'm going to get to collect my pension and do some side things that I've always wanted to try and do. But obviously my dream in life is so you can do whatever you want. I live my life for you. That's all I care about, is what you want and how to make your life better and easier. Never thought I'd say that to a woman, but it's true. I'm not trying to be corny.
Well,
but,
you're providing for, me and the girls, and you're figuring it out, and we'll see what that looks like. It's exciting though.
We got to get one of those countdown apps for my retirement date.
Mm-hmm. Which happens to be what? My birthday.
Yeah, July 10th.
Well, your anniversary day is my birthday,
July
which was crazy too when we met.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you had told me your retirement date was July 10th, and I'm like, oh, that's my birthday.
My retirement day is going to be on your 50th birthday.
Why you got to say that though?
Huh?
Why you got to throw in the 50th? You
I'm
couldn't have
still
just said birthday?
Because I'm still 49.
You could. In what? On what planet? Not this one. No, sir. You are older
Being
than
50
me.
is pretty cool. Don't worry, but don't sweat it.
No.
You look wonderful.
Thank you. But yeah, let's just say birthday from now on.
Okay. I ain't supposed to say the number?
No.
Oh, I did get yelled at for that. Remember that?
Yeah.
I just did it in front of the world.
Yeah, you posted for my birthday. You said 49th or whatever. I'm like, can we just take that off?
One of them posts you told me to take down. Huh?
Yeah.
Save me from myself.
You don't point out a woman's age, and now you just told the whole world I'm going to be 50.
Well, you look beautiful for your age.
How about I look beautiful for any age?
Well, yeah,
See, okay. We need to run a class, people.
I can never win, America.
We need to run a class.
I can never win.
That's okay. I'm sure there's lots of guys out there that can relate to what you're saying. And there's wives like me that just shake our head.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you answered everything that I wanted to talk about. Actually, we usually do a video up here, but that's not really for this show.
No, I'm not trying to watch those videos that you watch. That's one thing you're talking about the kids. Like, you'll leave your phone, the audio will be playing something, and it'll talk about some sort of police situation that maybe children shouldn't be hearing, and they'll be like, Matt, turn your phone off. So that's one thing in our house that they're not used to having a law enforcement living with them, and you think it's normal, and it's not normal.
Yeah, that's my bad. There's certain things that she has to tame me on.
Yeah. I'm like, really? Do we have to listen to this with the children around?
Seems like my whole life I'm getting browbeaten by you. Huh?
No.
Tell America where they can send me my sympathy cards.
You think it's funny. You are like a child in the sense that when I say you drive me nuts, look at him. He thinks it's hysterical. When I say, because what TV show do you compare us to?
The Honeymooners.
Exactly. So when I say you drive me nuts, that like tickles you.
I'm Norton and she's Cramden.
Yeah.
I'm always driving her insane until she blows up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you drive me nuts all the time. You drive the kids nuts and you think it's funny and it tickles you. That's our life.
That is our life.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't change it for anything.
Me neither.
I really appreciate you.
You're pretty cool.
For being on here. You're pretty darn cool too.
Yeah, when you said you wanted me to come on here, I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about?
Just talk. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't nothing structured.
Yeah.
I know we just clicked. This is our life. This is our life like every night. We just talk about anything.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Speaking of our children, all of our children, if one of our girls told you that they wanted to become a police officer, what would you say to them? How would you respond to that?
Whew. I would dissuade them.
Why? Aren't you the one that says that we need good people out there? And
yeah, I can't separate my love for them, knowing that they were going to see some stuff that I seen. I just couldn't. I'm not going to give the politically correct answer, babe. I couldn't. I would.
Would it be different if they were a boy?
Probably.
Well, I
Sorry.
appreciate the honesty,
Yeah.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
But
It's just tough. And those, you know how I'm with my babies.
yeah.
But yeah, it's not the life sure shocked me. And and I thought I was more than a big boy. But it sure did shock me.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if they did and it happened, I would prep them best I could after if they decided to go forward with it. And then lots of prayers. Thank you.
What do you think you are going to miss most about the job?
The people.
See?
people.
I know you better than you know yourself.
The people.
Yeah.
I love my people. I love being around them. I love that feeling when, and this happens all the time, especially here in the city that everybody knows me. I love when people know me. Hey, what's up? I can get out of the gas station. Hey, hey, what's up, Officer Matt? People I don't even know, but they know me.
Not even
There's
just
no
that.
feeling
I
like
think
that.
you enjoy helping those people.
Of course. Of course. Of course. That's why I got this job, for the people. Not to be in some blue fraternity. I got this for the people. And I got plenty of it. Plenty of blessings. Able to be a blessing to them and get blessed by them. So that's what I miss the most. Nothing better than that. But I can still be like that, retired.
Yeah.
I can't totally take it away. I'll still be working in the city, one way or the other.
Yeah.
So MFB's not going anywhere. Home away from home's not going anywhere. So
People still be blowing up your phone, I'm sure.
yeah, man. Send me texts, America. Stop calling.
That's one thing that I guess you could say that I get frustrated from time to time is the amount of, I don't think people realize, and it's not law enforcement specific, it's Matt Thornton specific, because of your relationship with your city and with my father's business and now home away from home, the extent of people that reach out to you via text, phone, social media, email, asking you for things or asking for your help. That's hard for me to like sit back and watch that, because I don't blame them. I love that they see you as somebody that can help them. That's a good feeling to me. But as your wife who knows already how thin you are, like you spread yourself so thin amongst all of these different things that you do and the people that you interact with, and then the people that ask you for things or need your help on something. It's a lot. It's a lot of volume, and you can only do so much. And then it tears you apart because there's situations and times where you can't really do anything to help them, but they want you to. And then sometimes they get upset with you if you can't help them or do what they need you to do. And that's not fair to you. And so to sit back and watch all of this is not easy.
Yeah. I've seen you.
Yeah, I've gotten mad.
Yeah,
I've gotten
seen you
mad.
protect me.
Yeah.
And I see that as just straight love. I appreciate that, because it is hard for me. It's hard for me to say no sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you suck at that.
yeah, I do. I actually do. I'm a softie.
You are. You are. You're such a pushover. You look all big and tough, but you're not. You are. I'm just kidding.
Thank
You're
you.
really
Thank
tough. You're super tough.
How tall am I, babe?
You're like 6'1" for sure.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say 6 foot, but I'll take 6'1".
No, 6'1".
There we go. All right, babe, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
I just want to tell you thank you for being out here.
Yeah,
thank you for having the funnest dialogue ever, because this is our life. We
This
do
is
this
literally what we do at home.
Yeah, we're gonna pick this up when we get home with no cameras.
Right.
And thank you for everyone for tuning in. Any last parting words, my dear, my queen?
No, I'm just excited to watch you grow, and even these podcasts and everything new that you're doing. And you know, I am your biggest cheerleader, and just keep doing what you do. And yeah, we'll all be watching what Matt Thornton's story is and what the next chapter looks like.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be right there with me the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, thank you for tuning in to Line Stepping with Matt Thornton. We got some good episodes coming up. We have a championship boxer that's coming in. We have a therapist that's coming in. We have more street cats that I like to call them here. We're going to sit here. We're going to review some video. We're going to talk about anything under the sun. But number one, we're going to keep it real. Till next time.